Are we live? I think we're live. Are we live? Angel.
We're live.
Oh, we are live, baby. Yeah. What is up? Aldrei. We got you in the studio.
Hell yeah.
What the hell? I honestly was like, I need to ask this guy to come on because we need to get some facts. We need to get some badass info on because you're like my age demographic, to be honest. You're closer to my age than a lot of my other guests.
Am I?
How old, let's start off with let's start off with the question everyone gets asked that asks me. How old do you think I am?
I mean, are you asking if I know?
Do you know how old I am?
Question. Yeah, you're mid-20s for sure, right?
Mid-20s, yes.
Yeah, you gotta be at least 25.
I'm 27.
Okay.
So it isn't that far of a stretch from 25.
I see.
But
okay,
like you're not. How old are you?
You really want to know?
I honestly thought you were at least.
You know how old my brothers are, right?
I don't. I know they're older than you.
Yeah, they're pretty old. 36, man.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So let me give you some applause here. That's like, you can't hear it, but there's millions of people going crazy right now for you. That's crazy. The fact that you look that age, because honestly, you don't. You look more like my age, but yet then again, I look more like his age.
And it's also like the way I carry myself. I still do things like 20-year-olds do. You know.
Really?
I don't have any kids, or I'm not married or anything. So, and my job is a graphic designer, and I pretty much do the same thing you do. You know, I still play music, and I do this video stuff as well. Actually, in fact, we just filmed our new episode of Two Geeks One Show. I don't know if any of you guys know what that is. Just type in Two Geeks One Show on YouTube, and we should pop up right on the top. Yeah.
But it's a YouTube channel that you've started, right?
Yes.
Because I remember back 3 years ago
Yeah.
but you've been doing it probably longer than that.
Yeah, but I haven't done an episode in like 2 years.
I did. Yeah, the last episode I remember seeing was a Yu-Gi-Oh episode that you did at Nobles. I remember that was the last episode I saw. I know you had other recent ones, but after that, I mean, again, I didn't see anything from you. Like no uploads, not even a little. Hey guys, I'm working on something in the works. Nothing. What happened, man? There's an example right there. Bam.
The band happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that totally took over that, did it?
Yes, it did.
That's crazy. Explain more.
And plus adulthood, you know. I mean, I have to work and pay bills, and
unfortunately, right?
Yeah. The band is going great. Actually, we actually just got a new bass player.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, the guy we were using had to move, so we were forced to find someone else, and we did. And he's been with us for like I think 2 months now. We wrote 2 new songs, and we have a show booked at Leo's April 7th. And just today I got a text message from one of my bandmates telling me that we have a show at the Launchpad May 2nd with Hemlock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. If you don't know who Hemlock is, they're pretty badass.
Yeah, look them up, guys, if you don't know who Hemlock is. But that's crazy. So you just got that confirmation today?
That just happened today. Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, one of the guys from Hemlock emailed us personally asking us if we could play the show.
Nice. Have you played with them before?
We have. It might have been a year ago in Gallup, and I don't know if you ever played in Gallup, but that's like the best place to play.
Yeah, there's a lot of metal scene up there. Mm-hmm. That's the craziest part about it.
Here's another subject I want to talk about. I mean, I don't know if you know because you're in the band too, but the music scene here in Albuquerque kind of sucks.
It does.
I mean, barely anybody comes out to shows.
You know what it is though? It's a it's a friend thing. It's not about getting into the music. It's about like, oh, my friend plays in the band, so I'm gonna go see my friend play.
Exactly. That's normally what you see in the crowd these days. It's just the band's friends.
Yeah.
And then once that band is off the stage, those friends leave.
Yeah, or they're not there for the rest of the show. They wait for like maybe their other friend is in the band 2 bands later.
And that's been ongoing with other bands too. Like, I don't know what it is, but nobody seems to want to support each other anymore. Like, they just leave when they're done playing, and they won't stay behind and watch the other bands play. And just at least show some support, make it look like there's somebody in the crowd.
Yeah,
it gets a little embarrassing
because I know where you're coming from. Because to be honest, that's the whole idea of booking bands with other bands to see what they are doing, and you can, support each other. Like, honestly, the headliner usually does go out and see the first two opening acts. They'll go check it out, even if it's just for a few seconds. They'll go see it. But when the opener acts don't want to go see the headliners because we're too busy, or our friends just came to see us, so why are we going to go see them? That kind of ruins the music for a lot of people.
It's really crappy right now.
Do you think it's just because of the location we're at?
That too, but plus, I think the only way to actually get people out to venues, or to actually have people out there watching live music, is if the venue sells alcohol. Because if no one goes to a show just to watch a show, they want to go out there and
dinner and a movie,
drink and
kind of thing.
Yeah, they don't want to spend time just standing there watching live music.
Not anymore, anyways. Unless it's invested for.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if they had to go see Metallica, they'd be like,
oh yeah, that's the only way they would actually do that, is if the band is
high up
yeah
there.
And then that's the problem. There's like the startup bands, which is basically what you and I are, and then there's the established superstar bands, and then there's no in between. It's just about like either you're in the very bottom or you're in the very top.
Yeah, you either make it or you don't.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a hard.
And if you are in a band, and if you do live music, you have to approach it as like a hobby. You can't expect to make it like a living, because I mean, honestly, there's no money in music. I don't know if you've noticed, but
it's hard.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
I mean, I don't know how you guys been playing for a while now, right?
Yeah, and we do the whole thing too. We got merches, got a couple demos out with a few CDs on there, but
it's not about money.
We paid for all that, just to get it out there.
Exactly, and it's the same with us. We've also paid for our own merchandise. Right now, when we sell, it's just about
getting the name out there.
Yeah,
that's how I see it.
But anyways, to get back to I was talking about Gallup for, if you are a rock band here in Albuquerque, try to play in Gallup, because you will have the biggest turnout out of all the cities here in New Mexico.
Gallup is where it's at.
Gallup is where it's at. I mean,
it's hard to imagine that too.
The people out there love live music. I guess maybe it's because there's nothing else to do out there. I don't know, but
they're a more dedicated fan base.
Yes.
Than it is.
I mean, when we play out there, we get treated like we're rock stars, people come up to us wanting to take pictures, and they would buy our merch. We're just treated very well out in Gallup. We haven't seen what it's like in Farmington, because we're still trying to get a gig out there, but
that's crazy too, because my band actually went out to a studio that was in Farmington, and we just did a little demo with 2 songs, but the scene up there is just the same, kind of the same aspect of Gallup. They have really big shows that are just like, they wouldn't even come close to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
They would be like, why would we go there if we come to like a Farmington or Gallup area where we can attract more people from the different states that would come to that one spot, which is, it's crazy. You have people coming from so many different places to Gallup.
Exactly.
It's crazy to see.
So when anyone out there contacts us, asking us if we want to do a show, we're just like, fuck yeah, we'll do it. Here in Albuquerque, we're just kind of like, maybe what night? If they say like a weeknight, we're like, ugh.
Those are always the hardest.
Yeah, you get like 2 people to those shows, man. Like, no matter what.
And I don't want to say it's because I hate the promoters, because they say that it's blaming the band for not marketing enough. But dude, it's a 50-50 gig at that point.
It really is.
I mean, I get that you're promoting the show but I've seen promoters where they promote other shows way better than other shows. They're just like, this show is obviously more important than this show, so I'm going to promote this way more. And it's like, you're not establishing anything when you do that. Like, the lower bands are just feeling like, oh, well, obviously I'm just playing to like satisfy you, compared to this band who you're actually accommodating to anything they ask for, which is really sad, again, in this area where we're doing music, because I don't feel like it'd be like this maybe in LA.
No.
In a bigger area?
Just a bigger city in general just has more people. But, Albuquerque is still, it's hit or miss, man. I mean, no matter how big of a band you are, it almost don't matter.
It's weird.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad you guys are still doing it, and you guys, you have a practice studio somewhere.
Yeah, we have a little. It's kind of the same setup as this. They have a house with an extra room, which we padded up, and that's what we. I mean, it's probably no bigger than this, but we cram in there, get a couple practices done. We're actually, this is a little weird. I don't know if you've ever ventured off in this, playing online for audience online. I know you've done your live stuff sometimes, on Facebook, but actually miking everything.
Yeah, no,
sending the feed.
I have actually, but the guys didn't. They weren't really keen on doing that because the guys I play with they've been doing this for a while, and so they've gotten to the point where they're kind of perfectionists. And because during practice you do screw up a lot.
Yeah.
So they just don't want that really out there. We'll do live feeds, but normally in live feeds you have very bad audio. So if you screw up, you can't really tell. But they weren't really happy with the fact of just doing like a live feed out there. But I'm not sure why. But that's my opinion. It's probably because it might be embarrassing to screw up some of our own songs, maybe.
I don't know. I've always felt like no matter how you're appealing to your audience, it's good.
Well, I mean, how was your experience?
I actually like it because there's two aspects to it. One, there is the whole Facebook streaming with just your phone. You plug in your phone, but you actually use a PA that has a microphone cord, and then you literally can adjust all the levels perfectly. So, like, it is like if you have a live show with the PA monitor, so you don't have to worry about your phone picking up just bad audio.
Yeah.
And in that aspect, why wouldn't you treat every practice like a show? Because no matter how messed up your practice is, the next practice will be a little bit better because, like, obviously we messed up on our practice, which was a live practice, which we said 20, 25 people watching us. Our next practice, we have the same amount of people, but we didn't mess up this time.
But it also goes back to what we were talking about earlier, how people don't really show up to your gigs. It's because we normally, experiment with new songs during our practice, and we don't want to put it out there.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Then we want to give people, or at least try to give them a reason to come out to our show, to hear a new song, or just not really ever hear us much, so that if they want to hear us,
they have to hear you live.
Yeah, they'll have to. It's kind of like, in a way, forcing them to come to our shows.
I can see that.
Yeah, so because if we kept just live feeding it, then people will just stay home, and I think that's one of the problems. That's the reason why people don't really go out to shows no more, because there's a lot of that going on.
I know. Okay, here's another thing too.
Yeah.
The band Trivium?
Mm-hmm.
We went to their show, this guy, and they actually stream all of their shows live on Twitch.
Oh, wow.
All of them live. So
there's almost no reason to buy like $100 ticket to go to the concert.
Yeah, or remember back in the day where there was that whole let's follow the band on tour?
Yeah.
Through all the states? You can't do that because literally they'll feed you everything on Twitch. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so we saw the guy because I know that's what they do. So I was looking out for the camera guy that does the Twitch feed.
Yeah.
He totally pointed us out. We were on the feed. We were like, yeah, Twitch. It was awesome. He gave us some free picks. It was fun. But that's that aspect, though, is that he's appealing to not only the live people that went to go see him. Mm-hmm. How many times do you think somebody subbed or gave a donation each of those shows?
Shit, I don't know, man.
And he played a show every night that week. Maybe he had a day off Friday and Sunday. That was it. But then Monday, Tuesday, all grinding. Not only the ticket sales from the venue, the fucking Twitch sales. That's crazy. That to me is like, that's a whole other demographic that is barely being touched right now.
Yeah, that might be a smart, pretty smart move.
And I know you. I mean, you're tech savvy, dude. You know your shit. I mean, after a while, if you get the right setup, dude, why the fuck can you not play a live show on Twitch every night?
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll revisit the idea.
Ideas, brother. Yeah. Ideas, dude. No offense. Like, I love playing shows in front of millions of people. I love playing shows in front of thousands, 5 people. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. But the aspect of the internet now is like somebody in Europe can finally see you.
Yeah.
Somebody in Europe can be like, holy shit, I've never heard of this band. I would have never heard of them because all they've done is local shows. But the fact that they did a live stream, now I know about them. Maybe you might get contacted by that person. Maybe they have a cousin who's like, hey, I heard this band, and that cousin is a music producer. The possibilities are endless at that point.
Yeah.
So I know another thing that people like, I don't want to diss on your band, but it's just because they are a little bit older. They don't feel the whole aspect of like marketing themselves a certain way like that. Like
no, it's true.
Like why? Like you don't like nowadays. I remember I know older people now in bands, and I tell them this idea, and they're like, "Oh, that would never work now. I mean, who's gonna watch us on the internet? Millions of people are gonna watch you on the internet. That's who."
Yeah.
So, going back to talking about the band and your actual YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Why did you switch, man? I mean, what did you? Obviously, you were dedicated with the channel, right?
I really was dedicated. You know, it's just sometimes you just run out of time to do things like this because they do take up a lot of time.
I don't know how I'm going to be able to do a podcast every day for an hour and a half.
Do you have to?
I want to.
Oh, okay.
That's the goal, but
Yeah.
sometimes I might not be able to. But that's the same thing though, because then what else am I going to put in that between there? Should I start to practice guitar too? Should I work on music? I've been venturing into stand-up comedy as well too. Do I work on that too? Like, there's so many aspects.
I've seen some videos where you're just like randomly playing guitar on the camera, like you're even in your Spider-Man suit.
Yeah, see, it's some stupid shit like that, but I just want to get out there.
Yeah. You still have that suit?
I do actually.
Okay.
I really do. There's gonna be a podcast next week with a man named Mario. He actually does cosplay and stuff too. We're both gonna be in cosplay for that podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. You're still big on that stuff, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I still do. I went to. Well, you were there too, right? You went to Albuquerque Comic Con, right?
But yeah,
Yeah.
I try to go there every year.
Who did you want to see that was amazing? Because I know Danny Trejo was there. And
that was pretty much it.
That was it?
Yeah, I mean,
Who else was there? Rey Mysterio, a little wrestler guy.
oh shit, I don't remember who else. Well, if we're talking about cons, I'll just let you know. My friends and I, we're actually gonna finally go to San Diego Comic Con.
I saw the post.
Yeah.
Craig, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Dude, you have no idea how hard or how many years.
Refresh.
And just watching that wheel, telling you like you're standing in line. You're currently standing in line, but there's still like a waiting room or whatever.
How long were you waiting? Like,
Well, I didn't get in. My friend this is funny. Craig and I have been trying for like probably 7 years trying to get into this fucking thing. This year we decided to ask one of our other buddies to try, to help our chances. He got in. He got in almost immediately.
what?
Yeah. For those of you watching San Diego Comic-Con, trying to get a pass to that event is like winning the lottery.
Especially if you're out of that state.
Yeah.
It's way harder. Well, even there too. I mean,
Yeah, no, I have friends who live out there and they
never go.
they can't get in.
Damn.
So we are very fortunate and we'll make the most of it. while
Dude,
we're out there.
dude. That show, you better do a lot of footage for that show, man. That's
hell
going to be
yeah.
the spot for it.
Well, that was one of the motivations I got to bring it back.
Okay.
Yeah, because once I got that pass, I'm like, oh my god, what am I going to do? I got to bring back Two Geeks, One Show. I got to bring it back. And figure, you know what? 2018 is the year I bring it back.
All right.
So, and, I mean, to show how serious I am.
I saw the merch, yeah.
I even made a T-shirt.
I like when you got out of the car, I was like, oh yeah, advertisement, baby.
And we just filmed our first return episode today at the Chocolate Fest. I know it's kind of a weird event to start off with,
But it was geeky.
it's pretty geeky. It's chocolate
Yeah,
to help sweeten the deal. You see
Right.
what I did there?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I mean, Kim is back as the host, and she was very excited. I mean, she's been asking me, for a while, like, when are we gonna do it again? It's almost like that guy who got fired from his job or laid off from his job and just calling them back like, hey, when are you gonna rehire me?
Are we gonna do this again?
Yeah, it's like that. So she's really excited.
That's good that she had some ambition too to come back. Like, she didn't do something. Well, I mean, obviously she probably did end up doing other things like while that was happening, but
Oh yeah,
she still had that in the back burner.
Yeah, she still. I mean, she still has her job, and she is. She's actually. I hope she doesn't mind. I have to tell you this, but she is getting married. So, Yeah. I'm not sure. I forgot when the wedding date is. I think it's October. But anyway, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm surprised that she still has time to, you know, to dedicate, herself to my show. Because, I really thought she would have been busy by now. Like it's been 2 years, and a lot of things could happen in 2 years.
Oh, dude.
But, I just brought this up last minute, and she's like, "Yeah, what time? What time?" Like I'm like, her schedule was like wide open, so I'm like, "Damn, okay."
Well, it was good timing then too.
Yeah.
So obviously, and again, she seems like a really nice, dedicated friend. So
Another reason why I had to, stop in the past is because I didn't really have a writer.
oh, really?
Yeah. So and it gets hard, to film or to write, film, and edit by yourself because that's very time consuming.
Yeah.
So I needed a writer, and the one I had, I jumped through a couple of them. I had Craig as one of them before. The only problem with him is that he's a very good writer, but the only problem is that he works the graveyard shift, so his schedule just didn't work. And another guy I had, also a very good writer, but just didn't know much about pop culture, because that's what my show is about.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, and you have to.
Yeah.
That's the only way people will watch. And he ended up going to the military, so
That left a spot open again.
yeah, I was just by myself. So I finally found someone who's willing to help write. So it's one episode so far. Let's see how the rest goes.
You got some other things in the work, maybe?
I actually do. I actually have already planned out like the next 3.
3?
Actually, the next one I could tell you about is what we were just talking about local music.
Oh, okay.
Local,
the scene and everything?
The scene and everything.
Nice.
Of course, it's gonna feature my band in it. I figure that's the easiest one, to do. I mean, I could just go up to my bandmates and be like, "Hey, we'll interview you and everything." So, I actually thought about seeing if you guys want to get interviewed as well.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
When is your next gig?
Our next gig is actually 420. We have a show. It's at the Jam Spot on Friday.
That's a Friday, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good show time, but it's on 420. And I think it's gonna be like an 8-band show. It's gonna be 8 bands.
8 bands? Oh, okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Do you know which 8 are going to be there?
I don't.
No?
I think he's still looking for spots too.
Is there a flyer?
You know who Mike is, right?
I know a lot of Mikes. Steezy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know who he is.
Yeah. He's the one you would contact. He's throwing that event at the Jam Spot.
Yeah. Well, it's another thing I'm not sure if I should say on the air, but
well, he's a promoter, so obviously we're trying to get you work, bro. There you go. You're welcome, Steezy. Bam.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, either or. It doesn't.
No, I mean, yes. I mean, Steezy, if you're listening, we would like to play at the Jam Spot. We were there when it was still called the Co-op.
The Co-op, yeah.
And
we played one show there when it was the Co-op with you guys. You guys got us that show. No, your second band.
You're talking about Method Blank.
Method Blank,
yeah,
because you still play. You still jam with those guys, but you have the side project.
Yeah, no, I'm not in Method Blank.
No, but your side or their side project is the project you do with.
Yes.
That is done with you.
Yeah. Well, Method Blank's kind of like on hiatus right now.
So let's consider that the side project.
Yeah.
So you guys have been focusing more on Almost Lost.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
Well, it's all almost lost right now.
Okay.
But our first gig, and actually, I'm sorry, our second gig at the Co-op was probably still our biggest one to date.
Really?
Yeah. The one we were the most excited about playing, and that was with Mushroom Head.
Oh yeah, I did see that flyer.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How was that? Dude,
that was by far our best.
so much energy, so much.
As far as I know it was our best performance. Just overall, like the best crowd. It was the best crowd we had. And just everything was just clicking that day. I don't know what the hell happened, but everything was on.
That's a Mushroom Head. There's figure.
Yeah. So when he's doing that, people see it? Or?
Yeah. No, unfortunately, not yet.
Okay.
We're still setting up on that, but this is just references for us. And obviously, guys can go Google search Mushroom Head, and you'll see all the fucking the images right away.
And it was like a dream come true because I actually grew up listening to these guys.
Oh yeah, dude, they're awesome.
They were, they get a lot of flack because they they get compared to Slipknot a lot. You know, people think they're ripoffs. Or
With the mask thing and everything.
yeah, I mean, we started doing the mask thing too, and you know, sometimes especially this day and age, sometimes you kind of have to do something like that.
You know what it's called, right?
What's that?
You know what those, like, the kind of portrayal of something in your band, like, I guess they have mask and shit like that. You know, you'd be like their gimmick.
Yeah.
That's like the gimmick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say that that's what made them big, but it kind of did make them stand out.
Exactly.
So.
But I do like their music a lot. You know, in my opinion, I actually, you know, as I said, they get compared to Slipknot a lot, but I actually like their music better than Slipknot.
Really?
Yeah. It's because Slipknot is a great band, but normally it's just about just pure heaviness with Slipknot. There's really no dynamic to it.
What's a good Mushroom Head song that you like? One of your favorites?
What's it called? Solitaire Unraveling, I believe. That's
Look
what
up
it's called.
that song. Just play a clip of it, though, because we get copyrighted and all that bull crap. But just play a little
Solitaire Unraveling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that was the first song I ever heard from them, and that's the one that got me hooked.
Nice.
Yeah, see, it starts off, you know, it's almost like a nursery rhyme. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, I see where you're talking about though.
Yeah.
It just comes out of nowhere with something different. Because I
Yeah.
did not expect that.
Yeah.
Right when that hit, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
So it's very experimental, you know. It's very unique. They have a very unique sound. That's why I like them a lot.
I love how the aspect of when they came out too. Like, I don't know, I don't want to categorize them. Maybe I'm wrong or not, but
Yeah.
do they more fit in the new metal genre?
Oh, definitely.
That's what they
yeah.
are.
And that's what my band is too.
So you actually do follow the genres of metal. Do you feel that way?
Oh, hell yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Because you know, I basically grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
So to me, new metal is the best genre there ever was, because that's my favorite genre.
Yeah, that's what you grew up with.
Yeah.
That can totally
And
see it.
there's many reasons why I love new metal. It's because I'm sorry, how much time do we have? I don't
Dude,
want to talk.
we're
too
going
much.
all. Dude,
Oh, okay.
If this goes on for 2 hours,
Yeah.
this is a good podcast.
I don't want to bore people out there.
No,
Like,
fuck
oh my
it.
god,
We're,
Yeah.
Dude, we're lucky we don't talk about more than just new metal. Go ahead,
Okay,
tell me
but
more, man.
anyways, see, when I was growing up back in the 90s, I don't know what it was, but when I was in school, there was two groups. There was the rap people and the rock people.
That was it.
That was it.
It's crazy. And see, now that I'm thinking about it too, is like, you were like, by the time you were done with high school, I probably was entering middle school.
Yeah, shut up. Eat my ass.
But it's so weird because, like, you just you totally did explain
Yeah.
the demographic of school, but then when I got into school in high school, it was just a little bit more diverse. There was the rock group, but there was a little more of different rock groups now.
Yeah.
And there was rap groups, a little more different rap groups.
No, there was only one rock group and one rap group, right? All right. Anyways, the rap group were, you know, this is like West Coast 90s rap. Like, we're talking about Eazy-E, Tupac.
Straight.
Yeah.
Chronic and all that stuff.
Yeah, Dr. Dre to Chronic. That was like, you know,
Da-ba-da-ba-da.
that was one group right there.
Yeah.
I wasn't really into rap that much, but I did like their style. And what I mean by that is, you know, their fashion, like the way they wore their clothes and whatever. Then there was the rock group, and I love rock music. I love metal. You know, Pantera was one of the bands that got me in.
Yeah.
I mean, they're, oh my God, Far Beyond Driven is like one of the greatest albums in history, in my opinion. But anyways, yeah, rock was awesome, metal was awesome, but I just didn't like their fashion. I didn't like their clothes like that they wore, and like
You didn't like the long hair,
the long hair and everything. It would,
ripped jeans,
yeah, it to me that made them look like they were like
dirty.
poor and dirty.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
Oh
I
my
love the
God.
music, but I don't like the way they look.
I love everything you're giving me
Yeah.
right now.
But and then there's the rap guys, and like, I don't really like that music, but I like the way they look. So now new metal comes in and combines both of those.
And that was weird for people too, because
Yeah.
like they didn't know what to expect when that came out.
Like Korn comes out, they have like drop tune guitars, like they're heavy as fuck at the time, and the clothes that they're wearing.
He's wearing a jumpsuit from Adidas.
Yes.
That's awesome. He looks like a straight up pimp.
Yeah, they look like a fucking rap group,
Yeah.
you know. And then there's There's also Limp Bizkit, who had a DJ in their band, which was like, to me, that was like the first time I've seen a DJ in a metal band, and I fell in love with it ever since.
The good thing that you mentioned Limp Bizkit is because like those guys were so like legit, like hard, like they dressed like rappers, but that guitar player, dude.
Yeah.
He was off the wall.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He just totally made it like, what the fuck is he doing here?
That guy was a cosplayer, man.
It was and that was before that was cool, man.
Yeah.
He was doing shit that like people like barely start to do. They're just like, fuck, maybe I should go on stage and wear all this makeup. Now you see people like Ghost and all these amazing bands, or they're just like, this is our gimmick. This is what we do. And that time, that was just his gimmick. They had this whole sound, they had this whole image, but him.
Yeah,
that guy is pretty sick, and I love like when we used to jam and stuff. You would always reference that guy.
Yeah. No, he's to me, he's my favorite guitar player.
He's badass.
Yeah, I know. Limp Bizkit gets a lot of crap because I think it's Fred Durst that a lot of people hate.
Yeah, well, you've heard the controversy of inciting the riot, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that little stuff, and I kind of like to push Bush, like give some shit to Korn, because Korn, all he did is just blame Fred Durst. He's like, yeah, he incited the riot. I was there. I totally was there. It's like, I'm pretty sure everyone was just having a good time. It got a little out of hand.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he wasn't telling people to rape people.
No, fuck no.
See, and that's what it seemed like. That's what fucking Jonathan Davis made it seem like.
Yeah.
Which was kind of shitty. But anyways, to stray from that.
Yeah, so that's why I love doom metal, because it combined both of those groups for me. You know, as I said, I wanted to listen to rock, but I didn't want to look like them. And I wanted to look like rap, but I didn't want to listen to that music. So, nu metal to me combined two best worlds. Is that how you say it?
They did too, because obviously, like you said, when they introduced the DJ, the aspect of the DJ and stuff, that's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's nobody expected that.
My band does that too, by the way.
You guys,
we do have a DJ.
Nice. Everything too, right? Turntables and everything.
Oh yeah, it's involved in every song. You know, I mean, just about every song we have, he's heavily involved.
That's the best part too.
And the one thing I love about my band is that everybody has like an equal amount of what do you call it, playing time in it. You know, there's nobody sticks out more than the other. You know.
Yeah.
And they're also my friends.
That's just a little true.
That's the only way a band will actually work these days. If you're listening, that you can't just go out there and piece together your bandmates. You know.
So you don't think, like right now, if an audition came up, you would go audition for it and join that band? It might not work like the band you have now. No.
I mean, you really have to start a band with people you know, because that's the only way it works. Because if you start off with strangers, then, shit happens. Like, they'll start being weird and, things that you're not accustomed to. Like, one of the guys I play with right now, I've known him since I was a freshman in high school. And you know how old I am now.
Yeah.
That's a long-ass fucking time ago. So that's like 20 plus years I've known this guy. And I would not want to be I would not be in this band if he wasn't. So
with the band that you play with now.
Yes. Yeah.
So even if he was replaced, you probably wouldn't feel like you were comfortable enough anymore.
No, if he was replaced, then they would have to replace me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then again, it's probably like you two are pretty much the foundation, right? I mean, you guys
Yeah, well, I'd like to say, because this whole side project was kind of like our idea, like, between like 3 people mainly.
Yeah.
But the whole group just, we're pretty much like family now. We every time we have barbecues,
go out together.
Yeah.
Fucking just do social things.
And even if there's like personal shit to talk about, where we feel comfortable to discuss that with each other as well.
Right.
So to me, that's the way it should be. I don't know how you guys are. I'm pretty sure you're pretty close with your
we played for like 8 years. We've been playing for 8 years.
Yeah.
But I moved here.
Yeah.
And they stayed in the town that we played in, and then I started jamming with other people. Hence you, how we met.
Yeah.
And then, like, they came back. They were like, "Hey, man, we're moving to Albuquerque. Let's get the band started again."
I do gotta thank you for that, because you are the reason that I got back into music.
It's weird to think that too.
Because I remember you were coming. I don't know what the hell the reason you came to my. I think it was just
Photo
like
shoot.
yeah, it was a photo shoot with
Photo
my
shoot.
brother's show, and you saw like some of my equipment laying around. You're like, oh, you play? I'm like, yeah.
Well, I asked your brother.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, who plays in this house? And
Yeah.
nobody said anything. It's just like they strayed me to you.
Yeah.
They're like, it's over there. He does. And I was just like, who is he? I don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
They're like, he's my brother. You know, he does his own thing, obviously. Obviously, you can tell you do your own thing compared to them.
Yeah.
Because they have their own thing. Don't get me wrong. Your brothers are nice guys, cool and all. But I don't know why I connect with you a little bit more. Like, I've hung out with them way more.
We're both musicians.
And yeah, it's weird. But they're geeky. I mean, we have similar interests with the whole cosplay and the whole con thing and stuff too. But I don't know. I just have more of a like, I think you're cooler.
Yeah, well, thank you.
If I want to put it that way.
Yeah.
But that's weird to say is because, like, I did not expect that going to your house. And then when I found out it was you, I was like, I have to, like, at least get to know this guy. Man, I'm going to be here at least probably 2 or 3 times out of the month. I can probably at least talk to the guy.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you were open to it, too. You weren't just like, I'm not going to fucking play with this weirdo. I don't know who this guy is. He just comes here and takes pictures with my brother. And I don't want to. That's weird.
Yeah.
So that's thank you for like accepting me, because I had nobody to play with when I moved here. I didn't have nobody to play with for a long time. I looked for so many people, and then finally out of nowhere, I just kind of gave up. I just played by myself in my room, made videos, and then I came across you and we jammed for a little bit. No offense on Gino, he was a good guy too. But
yeah, he was great. Is he in a band right now? Or?
He's gone. He's in California right now.
Oh,
he took off to Los Angeles.
He was a talented dude. That dude just knew how to play everything. You know, I don't know why he wasn't more successful.
Who knows what's going on now?
Yeah,
like,
shit. Well, if he said he's in California, so he probably has a shitload of opportunities out there.
If he's doing what he's still doing with music, yeah, dude, he probably is doing something better. A shout out there, Gino, if you're hearing this. But yeah,
you still talk to him? Or?
I small little interactions on Instagram and shit, but yeah, I don't talk to him.
He's a talented motherfucker, man. That guy was just pure skill right there.
It was cool though.
Like he was very loud on the drums, obviously, because remember we had the cops called on us.
Yeah, that was crazy too. Because obviously we didn't think we were doing anything wrong, but
nah, we were just fucking loud.
That's I guess that was the problem of that, where that location was.
In a way, I do feel bad. I mean, you did help me get back into this, because I was away from music for like 7 years before you popped in and said, hey, let's jam, whatever. So I thought I was done. I didn't think I was like gonna do metal anymore, because I'm like, okay, I'm already like in my 30s, like I think I should just focus on school
and the show, obviously, because you were doing the show.
Do Two Geeks One Show, continue with that. But then we started playing music again, but then the other guys came in and they wanted to do their own project, and I decided to just jump on that one full time. And then in a way, I kind of kicked you guys to the curb. I didn't mean to, but
no, it's cool. It opened up a lot of more opportunities for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that now your band's from your bandmates are your old bandmates are back, and you guys are now playing multiple shows all over the place.
Yeah, so we have a little following, so we're happy. We're good. We are unfortunately struggling to find a bass player.
I noticed that. I noticed you guys.
We have not. We've had.
You had one for a little bit.
Yeah, but he was not. He was kind of. He was kind of sketchy.
What happened? Like,
he was an alcoholic.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe he wasn't that bad of an alcoholic, but I don't want to say he ruined the show, but he was pretty wasted at one show that just made us look bad. You
know what's funny? Bass players seem to always kind of.
They're the ones, right?
Yeah.
They're the ones that fuck it up.
I'm not sure why.
Well, the running joke, right? It's like they get no attention. Nobody cares about the bass player.
Yeah, that's true.
So obviously there's like a psychological thing there where it's just like, nobody cares what I do anyway, so why don't I just get drunk on stage?
Well, I thought like the drummer would be like that, because he
has a more important role than everybody.
That's true. Yeah,
he is timing and he's a precision,
and he would actually, like, the drummer determines how heavy you are too.
Exactly.
So, our drummer, I actually think he's one of the best in Albuquerque, if not the best.
Well, I mean, my drummer, just kidding.
No, actually, your guys' drummer's pretty damn good too.
But he's young.
Yeah,
he has a lot to learn.
Yeah,
he does a lot to learn.
So yeah, there's a lot more evolving that's gonna happen there.
Yeah.
You know, is there? I mean, is there like a particular bass player you guys looking for, like style or anything? Or
We obviously would want somebody to be a little bit more melodic and more intricate in their bass playing.
mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we would stick with something we can play with, but I kind of want a musician on our level, somebody that can keep up.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with our last bass player was we wrote down all the music for him in tab form. We gave it to him, and he practiced it, but he just wasn't excelling in it fast enough because he didn't want to practice it enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you practice for an hour, you're only going to get as good as you did if you practice for an hour. But if you practice for 2 hours every day, you're going to get as good as you practice for 2 hours every day.
Exactly.
So he only practices as much as he wanted to be good. And we needed somebody better.
Yeah, like someone more dedicated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that was the part, is because we were writing parts that were a little difficult, and we hoped he would get them, and we gave him time to get them. But then the time came, it's like, hey, man, have you been practicing? Can you do this part? And it couldn't happen.
Are you also looking for a singer, or are you guys going to continue to sing yourselves?
We'll continue singing ourselves.
Okay.
We kind of are getting iffy about it, but the thing that we need to work on more is just being able to do both at one time, is to play the guitar and sing at the same time.
That's very hard.
That's what we're working on. My guitar player, the other guy with the long hair, Desmond, he's actually really good at that. He can do that a lot more intricate. That's why I take the role as the lead guitar player, so that I can stray away from my solos and stuff, and he can focus more on doing his vocals in certain aspects. But I think we'll stick with that, with just the 2 vocals. We just really need a bass player and a keyboard player.
Keyboard?
A keyboard. They have to be a keyboard player. Have you ever heard of bands like Children of Bodom or Dream Theater?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I want.
Okay.
I want somebody to solo with me.
Okay.
Intricate solos. Like we're literally going together the whole time. That's another hard musician to find.
What would you describe your music like? Like what genre do you put yourselves in? Since I put ourselves in nu metal.
I would consider our music as a melodic death metal.
Okay.
Because it is death metal, but the melody to it just makes it pop out a little more with the melodicness. Because obviously you've heard some of you remember the song that I tried to show you was our one of our title songs now is like The Labyrinth, where it's in the beginning.
I know which one that is.
Yeah.
It's a good song, by the way.
It's all just those intricate sounding notes in between. Like obviously you hear the but we have those little melodies in between, which I like. But again, I don't like to categorize our music.
Yeah.
I personally don't like genres.
Yeah.
I literally look at your music and my music as music. That's it.
Yeah.
You play an E minor chord, I play an E minor scale. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing different between the two. When we start actually saying like, oh yeah, I have a nu metal kind of sound, then I'm just like, well, what does that entail? Like, if I do a solo over your nu metal sound, does that change the genre there?
Yeah.
So I've always been really, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's the best way to talk to people is like
No, you're
genres.
right. You're right. That's just what we've been told.
Exactly.
You know, and what's funny is that there's this Facebook page called Nu Metal. Simple enough. They're just called Nu Metal. They actually grabbed one of our music videos and posted it on their homepage.
No way.
Yeah. So we are now on their homepage.
Nice. We'll look that up and put it in the description of this. This video.
They're just called Nu Metal.
Nice. Great. The
Yeah.
NU, right?
What's that?
The NU, right? NU.
Yeah.
Nu metal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Then so our music video has gotten some a good amount of hits ever since. I think we have about. Last time I checked, was over 26,000 views.
Damn.
On our music video. So
and that was an upload to Facebook, or did they take it from YouTube and used it on theirs?
They just attached the link.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what they did.
That's
yeah.
awesome, dude. So that's still a lot, pretty much double advertising on that shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was pretty excited. I'm like, oh my god, are they really like putting us on their homepage?
I remember too. There was the flack for the video where you actually got some negative comments on it.
Oh, that was one I directed with I made for Method Blank.
Yeah.
So Method Blank is the band, like, so 2 guys in my band right now played for Method Blank.
Okay.
And this is actually how I got involved, or how they met me, is because I offered to make their music video.
Oh.
So that was the second video I made for them.
Okay.
Was the one, with those girls dancing, and one of them's tied up in the bed, because I guess the reason why I got a lot of flack is because the lyrics. If you actually listen to the lyrics, if you pull it up, it's called Method Blank, and the song is called Eddie's Home. And it's definitely not something that, feminists aren't gonna, they're not gonna want to listen to it, because the main lyrics is cut you, beat you, leave you naked.
That's the chorus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the chorus part.
I'm gonna cut you, leave you. Oh, I'm gonna cut you, beat you, leave you naked, never alone.
Okay.
So it's basically about keeping a girl captive, and she's a slave.
Bondage.
Yeah. But here's the twist. She's supposed to like it. So she likes being.
So everything that the lyrics are describing is the guys singing it about her.
Yeah.
But in the story, he's just pretty much telling that she likes it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess people didn't get that part.
What?
Yeah.
I guess, well, I saw the music video too,
Yeah.
and it does kind of portray that whole, bringing somebody down. Go ahead and play a little part of it.
Yeah.
Looking at me as you're all tied up on my bloodstained bedsheet. Cut you, beat you, leave you naked.
See, that was it right there.
Yeah, and then I have random girls just dancing, and then this is, but I mean, look at the view count in this video. Now this was
20,000 people. If you guys
Yeah.
don't know, see 20,000.
now this video got featured on a webpage called metalsucks.com.
I remember that.
Yeah, once they got on that page, that view count just skyrocketed. I know they got a lot of negative feedback about this video.
Not even. Look at those likes compared to the dislikes. There's
definitely a lot of likes there.
Yeah, so I mean, those 140 people are idiots.
Yeah. The thing, I mean, if you read the comments, some of them are hilarious.
Do you want to?
Go ahead.
Go scroll down. Let's read some of those comments.
Read some of them.
You were director and you did film the band.
I did the whole thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Let's see. I see the first one is this a joke? Well, no, you idiot. This is obviously a fucking music video. Ha ha ha. Oh my god. Thank you. Metal sucks. Best thing I've ever seen all day.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's actually not bad. I don't know if that's cross promotion or not, but he's having fun watching this.
And the way I see it, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's obviously a good metaphor to live
in a
by.
way, I'm hoping my band Almost Lost ends up on metalsucks.com as well.
Really?
This way our video could, get more views.
You know what you got to do is just follow this format.
Yeah.
You guys just follow this format and we'll be good.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, it looks nice. It's not that obviously you can tell you were using a green screen for certain things. You were using some for certain editings.
The whole time basically.
But still, I mean, it's cool. It looks cool. It looks like one of those funny videos that you would see somebody make, it's like...
Oh, and there's Kim. She's also the host of my Two Geeks One Show.
See, so you would see everyone that he's talking about here in this video.
Yeah, this video, everyone that's in my life is in this video. So
that's cool. That's actually really fucking awesome to know that you have some work online that's actually up there. It has some publicity.
And anyone out there who wants a music video...
There you go.
Hit me up.
Dang.
I do it for cheap, so I think I only charge these. I probably didn't even charge these guys. I think it was for free because
really?
they're my friends.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so,
you're helping out.
Yeah.
There it is, directed. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Metal Sucks even mentions my name. Who's this director? He's. I'm surprised he's not in Hollywood.
That's awesome.
He could do so much with so little money.
I don't know. That's sick.
Yeah.
That is exactly. They even made it even if they are making fun of you, dude, they're even showing.
It's like sarcasm.
Exactly.
It was awesome. It was one of the best things I ever seen in my life. So that music video is still some of my best work.
And it's all about, again, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the only way you make it. You either like be really weird and get a lot of like negative feedback like that, or you have to be, super good.
All right, this is bringing
Yeah.
up the weird aspect of music still. Do you think that's why a lot of extravagant artists in the 80s got big? And I'm talking about bands like Motley Crue, Twisted Sister, Poison that dressed up like bitches.
Of course.
That's main reason.
I mean, their music has to be good too.
It's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I'm a big 80s fan.
Yeah,
but
I mean, the 80s to me was probably the last generation of like really good guitar players, because once the 90s came rolling around, I mean, I love Nirvana, but you have to admit that music was very sloppy
yeah.
compared to like Motley Crue or something, because those guys were just like perfect musicians.
They were good.
Yeah. But then Nirvana were just very like sloppy grunge, rockers, whatever you call them, but people ate it up. People liked it anyways because it was different. It was brand new. So that's the thing. You kind of just have to come out with something like totally out of the norm.
Something new.
Yeah, which will grab people's attention.
That's crazy because then
Yeah.
that just means people are always just finding a new gimmick for
Yeah.
like. Did you see I mean, I always fucking see it in my sponsored and like my YouTube feed, that band that everyone is dressed like Ned Flanders, that metal band.
What are they called?
Oakley Doke. No, I think that's what they're called. Oakley Doke.
Right. Oakley Dokley.
Look them up right away. That's just ridiculous. Is like, I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'll go watch them if they ever came here.
It seems awesome,
Yeah.
but that's what they did. Is they found their gimmick,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody does that now.
Yeah, no, I would definitely go watch them. I mean,
White Wine Spritzer. Yeah, this is a song.
Really?
Hardcore as hell, super heavy.
Oh, really? I never actually heard it.
No, they're awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Go a little bit towards the middle.
and they all look like Ned Flanders.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
It's crazy, dude. That's they found their gimmick. Look, go down to the view count. 3 million.
Yeah, I mean, if this band ever came here, like, played a show in Albuquerque, I'll go see it.
You totally go see it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
They look cool though. But again, that's just, I guess in that aspect, it's like finding new music.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I don't want to say that we have this category of like, oh, we only listen to new metal music and new metal bands that come out.
Yeah.
But like, obviously there's stuff that you still listen to that comes out now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's something new that you listen to that probably came out within the last year?
The last year, I mean, I could tell you one of the groups I listen to a lot. This is it's the Antwoord. I mean, it's not rock, but
No, but I see, they came to concert too, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
yeah, they're one of the guys that I listen to a lot on my iPod.
iPod. What the hell has an iPod still? What is it? What is an iPod?
Well, I mean, they're on my iPod and I hook it up to my car. So,
with the aux cord. What's an
Yeah.
aux cord?
no, it's actually the USB. But okay. Yeah, and I kind of listen to those bands that are kind of I guess they're meant for comedy. Because there's this band I follow. They're called Goat and Your Mom.
What?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is Goat and Your Mom.
Goat and Your Mom.
Yeah.
Check that up. Look that up. Goat and Your Mom.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They have a song. It's their most popular song is called Can You Quack.
What?
If you watch Tosh, you know who you're talking about, right? Tosh.0?
No, man, I feel like I do know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
You have to bring it up. That's the only way people will know what it is.
But it was featured on that show.
Yeah, it was featured on that show, and that's when I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, this is really like fucked up. I mean, but I think it's genius because what this guy is doing, like, I can't explain it. You have to watch. Okay,
This is it.
This is like pure like redneck rock right here. Yeah,
This is it.
this is it. It's technically not good music, but it's funny, and it grabs my attention.
Is it funny in the aspect of the music or the visual?
The visual.
Okay.
Well, both.
A little bit of both.
Hey babe, are you down for the DP? Cause it looks like it's a you and me. But I think your boyfriend wants some too.
Look it up, guys. Go and your mom if you guys want to see the video.
I tell you what I call a cornhole. That means I wanna bang your bunghole, and your boyfriend could have your pussy to screw.
Content's a little
No, I
bad.
don't mind slapping nuts.
I see it though. I see it as musical comedy.
Of your butt, and your boyfriend can feel me through the inside of
Okay, that's good
you.
then.
See, that stuff is grabbing my attention right there.
That I see it though. I
Yeah.
totally see why. Is because it has bad quality.
Mhm.
The visuals are gross.
Yeah.
But yet you don't want to stop looking.
Exactly.
And it's funny. You're just like, what the hell is this guy gonna do next?
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird to have that. But I see it though. It's comedy. I see it as like he's going up there as a comedian instead of more of a musician.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's using music to portray his joke,
Mm-hmm.
but he's up there to make people laugh.
Yeah.
I don't know. That guy could be totally serious and think he's like a new Tommy Wiseau trying to make a masterpiece. But I have no idea that.
Did you watch Disaster Artist?
I saw them both.
That's an awesome movie.
You liked it?
I liked it.
It was-
I loved it.
dude.
James Franco should have won an Oscar for that one, man.
He did win a Golden Globe,
That's nothing.
but still, I
Yeah.
mean, Hugh Jackman looked weirded out about it.
Yeah.
Show the footage of Hugh Jackman. Show the.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he has this weird face, like
why?
Yeah, he's like, and then all of a sudden it's just like, it's so stupid.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Because he didn't feel like he deserved it, or what?
yeah, he didn't feel like he deserved it.
What was it for?
The Golden Globes, James Franco, and then his he invited Tommy Wiseau on stage.
Yeah.
And he was gonna talk. Tommy Wiseau was gonna grab the mic, and James Franco was like, "No, you're lucky I even let you come on stage. You stay away from the mic, dude." It was hilarious. That guy's
Wow.
weird though. Tommy
here you go.
Wiseau. You can play that whole thing. You don't have to worry about copyright on this one. Look it up, guys. James Franco, Best Actors Award, Music and Comedy.
First person I have to thank is the man himself, Tommy Wiseau. Come on up here, Tommy.
Literally denied.
19 years ago.
19 down.
Right away, look.
Whoa.
Nah, dude. No.
19 years ago, he was stuck in traffic from the Golden Globes. He said to his best friend, Greg, "Golden Globes, so what? I'm not invited. I know they don't want me, guy with accent, long hair, so I show them. I don't wait for Hollywood. I make my own movie." I'm very happy to share this moment with him
He's there
today.
too.
Greg, yeah.
Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press for all your support over the years.
Get ready to pause
Also,
it.
Steve, Daniel, Hugh, Ansel, you're all my brothers. You know that. Thank you. This was billed as a
Not
movie
yet.
about making the best, worst movie ever made, but in fact, it's a story of friendship. This year, I've learned from all my friends and collaborators. My longest friend in entertainment, Seth Rogen, known him since Freaks and Geeks. Evan Goldberg, James Weaver, Vince Jolivet, thank you so much. Alex McAtee, you all taught me to be a better director, more responsible person. Thank you. A24, you had me since spring break. New
there.
Line, good.
Everybody gave him so much. Obviously, he's not like, what the hell? I don't know. What would you express that? What is that expression to you right there?
Kind of like, what the fuck you talking about?
He's like, what again?
Is this really happening?
He won? What the hell?
Whose name did he just mention besides mine?
You know,
Universe,
Yeah, we're
thank
good
you
with that.
for all your love. Finally, my brother. When I went to NYU, I always said I wanted my
Yeah,
own
this is
Coen
enough.
brother,
We're all
someone
good
to
with that.
collaborate with.
yeah, I mean,
Realize this year,
what do you feel about Hugh Jackman retiring Wolverine?
I don't think he's gonna do it.
Gonna retire Wolverine?
He's coming back.
You think so?
You know why?
Money?
The Fox deal.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, my friend was just telling me about that.
He's coming back because of the Fox deal.
I'm like, how are they gonna actually mesh all that X-Men shit within the the rest of the Marvel.
The Marvel and all that universe, the MCU universe.
I gotta admit that the Avengers movie looks pretty good.
Dude, did you see the new trailer?
Yeah.
It was amazing, dude.
Well, I love Thanos. I always love that character, even like in the comics, and I especially love the actor playing him.
Who is it again?
Josh Brolin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was so skeptical. I was like, I don't know who that is.
He's one of my favorite actors of all time. I loved him in No Country for Old Men.
Dude, that movie was sick.
He was pretty good in True Grit.
That was a good movie.
What else has he done? Old Boy.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's like a remake of an older film. He's just the way the characters he plays, you know, like he's always like a tough guy or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean he's also going to be Cable, by the way.
Oh yeah, I did see that too.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean it's cool. Like he's Thanos and Cable.
Two characters in the MCU. Yeah.
So it's like if you're like in a movie, like if Cable and like Thanos were in a movie together, like he's gonna
have to play both roles.
He's gonna have to get like 2 paychecks there, you know.
Dang.
So I mean, because I'm actually a DC guy. I love DC characters more than the Marvel characters because. I mean, this is like probably going to be another subject here, but
unfortunately, we talked about this on podcast number 10 with for like the whole podcast was just nothing but superheroes. But go ahead. No, we want to hear what you think. Go ahead.
I just think DC is so much better.
Why?
Like, because if you think about who are like the 2 most recognizable, okay, let's say 3 most recognizable superheroes in history.
All I'm going to say automatically is Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman. Those are the 3 iconic that I always come to. But obviously, you jump to Superman or Batman right away. For me, that's just who I feel is my iconic 3. But again, like Angel, if you were gonna name 3 iconic superheroes, who would?
Probably when I was a kid, it was like Superman, Batman. You know, the type of Flash. Flash was the other one that I would know.
So that's DC.
Yeah, that's
so
DC and everything.
but Batman and Superman is always like the number like 1 and 2.
Yeah, always.
No matter what, and then 3 could change. To me, the 3rd one would be Wonder Woman, because come on, every girl wants to be her, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, every girl wants to look like her too.
Oh, don't do
shit.
it.
But yeah.
Shout out to Wonder Woman.
And who's the most recognizable villain of all time?
Joker.
Exactly. DC again.
Yeah, Joker's obviously.
That's why I feel the DC universe has the more what do you call it? Quality characters.
Well, one thing that was cool that my other guest Everett was talking about,
what did you guys talk about?
We talked about DC on Marvel, and that's all we talked about was
like which one's better.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
And like comparing them, and like he's the same as you. He totally loves them both, but obviously he's a bigger DC fan.
Okay.
But one of the subjects he brought up that was actually quite appealing to me was DC likes to make their heroes more like gods.
Yeah.
Compared to Marvel,
they are godly,
where it's just an average Joe becomes a hero.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess you can kind of relate that to Batman, but Batman's fucking a billionaire no matter what. He's like a god already because of all the money he has. But I see it as like Superman, Martian, fucking Green Lantern, all these iconic heroes are like gods. Like they're like these amazing superheroes compared to like Spider-Man, who if he obviously got shot in the back of the head, he's dead.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
I mean, unless that suit has some kind of like bulletproof mechanism to it.
I don't think so, but maybe the Iron Spider, but not any Tobey Maguire character.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, which Spider-Man do you think was the best actor?
Obviously, I'm going to go with... When I first started, I really did love the first 2 Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. Mm-hmm. Andrew Garfield ruined it. I hated everything he made. And then Tom Holland, he's doing okay, but I don't know what's going to be expected of him. This is his only first movie. So I am still with Tobey Maguire only because the 2 that introduced superhero movies.
I actually agree with you because to me, Spider-Man 2, well, it was to me it's the second greatest comic book movie ever made
that they brought to the big screen.
I mean, number 1 is The Dark Knight, and you can't argue with that.
Well, some people do argue that just because Superman was some iconic old Superman movies. Superman 2, Superman 3, Superman
that's-
fighting the sun. I mean,
That's maybe someone over the age of 40 or something.
that's in a
Yeah.
age
Yeah.
demographic at that point.
But yeah, I mean, The Dark Knight was just incredible. Actually, to me, that whole trilogy of Batman was so good that I wish they would have just stopped. You know, because I think Ben Affleck is kind of.
So that's the shitty part about that, is that they didn't stick with that story arc in this DC.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest disappointments I have. Is just like, oh, it's a new Batman, like another like origin story and whatever. But
How do you feel about them not portraying the Flash from the CW? They ended up bringing a whole new one. Because obviously the Flash had a really established following, and
I honestly liked it because I like the actor that's playing him.
okay,
Yeah, the one in CW is good too, but I felt he was a bit
childish.
yeah, like
I saw that. That's how I saw it.
like he seems more like, he doesn't seem like a big screen actor to me.
That's probably why he's on the
Yeah,
CW.
he looks more like like he would appear like on Full House or something, you know?
B-class actor.
Yeah, like he's more comedy.
Bob Saget's brother.
Yeah. So I actually like the actor that's playing the Flash.
Nice. How do you feel about the whole portrayal of Aquaman?
Oh, I think that's also great. I mean,
You like that Samoan look? The whole I'm gonna fucking
sure. I mean, what else could they have done?
clean cut, nice little blonde hair.
That wouldn't have worked.
I thought that was what they should have done.
I like nerds would have loved it that way, but once again, they have to appeal to, to make sales,
Yeah.
to make ticket sales. They have to appeal to,
Everyone.
I guess to make him look more,
General.
yeah.
Because, I mean, I get what you're saying. He looks like a badass, but
And plus, a lot of girls like that guy.
obviously.
So, once again, it's a way to attract girls to watch the DC movies.
Because that's how they do with Marvel movies. Obviously, they have your Captain America and Iron Man, but then they have Black Widow and Scarlet Witch to kind of like, be the sexy part of the movie.
I never liked Captain America, to be honest.
Really?
I never liked the actor playing him.
You don't like him?
I don't like Chris Evans because he will forever be the Human Torch to me.
Oh, well, that's one of those things where you just got to get over it, man. You just got to get over what Fox did and just go with it.
Easier said than done, man.
Unfortunately, I
still see the Human Torch.
I see what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but I never got. So, okay. So, when Fantastic Four branched off and did their other fucking remake, how did you feel about that? Another stupid thing?
Yeah, it was even worse.
Because they tried to. It wasn't the same story arc at all, right?
It was not. It was actually unwatchable. I tried watching it. I didn't even get through the whole thing, to be honest with you.
I've never seen it. I don't want to see it.
You're not missing anything.
See, that's what's crazy though, is because like, that's just another iconic superheroes.
It doesn't even feel like the Fantastic Four. It felt just like a sci-fi movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Something that fucking we have some money to throw together.
Yeah, it did not feel like the Fantastic Four. The other ones felt more like it, even though they sucked too.
Yeah.
They felt more like the comic books.
I felt the second one was the best. With the Silver Surfer.
Oh yeah, well because of Silver Surfer.
Yeah. That was the only reason.
The actor playing him was also awesome, man. Like, I don't know if you know who he is, but
I saw a video. It was like this YouTube channel called A Great Story, and he's done so many. Like, he's played in Pan's Labyrinth. He's done so many different stuff. But I've seen the actor who you're talking about play the Silver Surfer.
He actually was at a Comic-Con here. I don't know how many years ago. Like,
really?
It was like 5 years ago, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This is when like.
It was barely started.
Well, actually, this wasn't Comic-Con. This was Ace.
Ace still. Okay.
Yeah, you remember Ace, right?
What is it? Albuquerque Comic Expo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, I'm sorry if anyone's listening. I like them a little more than
dude,
Albuquerque Comic Con.
Everybody hates freaking the guy that does.
Yeah, no, I've heard things.
Oh man, that's so ridiculous. But anyways, Ace, it was a little bit cooler
because they actually put in a lot of money and got like better celebrities at that one. Well, maybe that's also why they didn't make it, because they spent so much on those celebrities. But yeah, he was there. Like, he also plays the fish guy in Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Which I just watched for the first time last night, and it's really good.
I need to see it too.
Yeah.
The Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. I mean, it actually just won an Oscar, and since it won an Oscar, I'm like, okay, I have to watch it. and I watched it and it's really good.
Nice. I'll check it out because I saw a YouTube video where he describes all the movies that he's played. Because like I'm the actor behind this. You don't see this, you see this, and he shows all those faces that he plays.
Him along with Andy Serkis are to me are like some of the best actors out there.
True fucking really talented actors.
And they don't get the recognition because they're always like in makeup or in costume, so no one really sees. I mean, you know, Andy Serkis, people just know him as Gollum. Yeah. You know, I see him as Caesar, and then like I can't remember his name. The guy that plays the fish monster, but like, you know, in Hellboy, he was also like a fish guy in that one too.
Oh yeah, that weird creature thing.
Yeah, and you know, Pan's Labyrinth, he's the guy with the eyeball one in the hands, and he plays a lot of mysterious creatures. And what's his name? I can't say his name. Guillermo del Toro. How do you say his name? Guillermo. Is that how you say it? Okay. Yeah. Guillermo. Yeah, he's a really good director. His films are just
off the wall.
Yeah, I don't think he's made one bad movie yet.
I don't think so either. Everything I've seen of his, I've wanted to watch again. That's how good those movies are. Like, you want to see it again.
Yeah. Blade 2 was the first one I've seen of his.
Really?
Yeah, and I was blown away. So.
How did you like that transition of, like, a superhero to the big screen? Because obviously, us being, like, as old as we are, you a little older.
It's a dream come true. I mean, when I was a big comic nerd since I was, like, 8.
So you knew Blade was from the comics?
Yes, I knew that.
I didn't know. I was just... Oh my God! They got Wesley Snipes to play this badass ninja. Dang!
Yeah.
But then I found out, and it's just even more of an acknowledgement. Like, wow, how the fact that they're taking ideas from comic books to make into real life movies.
And you know, the Ninja Turtles also started off as comic books.
Yeah, that's crazy too. It's a dark comic book too that I've heard.
Yeah.
There's fucking those Ninja Turtles.
Of course, they had to make it kid friendly. Once they made cartoons out of it.
That's the same of almost all good, like, really good stories. Is like, no matter what, they had, like, those transitions, how there was, like, the golden age of comics, and then, like, this, like, dark period where it was all, like, kid-friendly, and then it got back into, like, more gruesome and stuff like that. Like, I love how we have to transition to that. Like, here's an example between me and you. Yeah. Remember back in the day in, like, 2000 when you heard bitch on TV and it was blurred out?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, dude, I hear bitches bitching everywhere. Oh, that's all I hear now. And that's it feels like it's an accepted word now.
Well, because it's technically a proper word to use for, dogs.
Yeah.
So why not? They still can't say, the F word or...
No, certain things. I actually did hear the F-bomb dropped on the latest episode of AMC's The Walking Dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're actually starting to transition to on just regular cable TV to actually bring more.
How do you feel about The Walking Dead? Do you think they're dragging that shit on too long?
Fuck no. That's the best show ever. And then I'm glad they started that reboot, Fear of the Walking Dead. Straight out of Mexico, baby. You don't like it? How can you not like The Walking Dead?
I'm just so sick of zombies already.
You've never have you ever been into any zombies?
Have I been into them?
Yeah, like there's obviously zombie franchises from the beginning.
Yeah, back in the like Dawn of the Dead or like those old like 80s movies. Yeah, I love zombies back then, but now it's become kind of like it's all over the place, and I don't know. I guess to me, you get sick of something that you see a lot of, so. I'm just seeing zombies too much now.
And you're just not about it.
I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I'm finished,
Why can't we go back to fighting robots?
Yeah.
Why don't they bring back battle bots? Remember that? Remember that shit? I sound like the fucking member berries. Remember? Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah.
We just recently saw that episode again.
Like, same thing with vampires. I just can't really stand anymore that shit.
After the fucking Twilight thing, vampires are not cool anymore. They're just like little whiny little bitches to me.
It's like if I was a monster, I would not want to be a vampire. I don't think I even want to be a werewolf anymore.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
There's nothing cool about them anymore.
I'll probably just be a fucking like fish monster.
Right? That guy seems way cooler.
Yeah,
Fuck, or I'll just be a fucking shitty superhero.
What is that fish monster's name, anyways? Is he just called the fish monster?
I want to say
or sea monster. I don't know what the hell that.
What is that? The lagoon monster, right? Is it kind of like the lagoon monster?
Something like that.
Some weird fact check
Or
that
like
weird sea monster. What they are really
Or like,
called?
do you remember like the swamp thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like that's like something I'd want to be. I'll just be that. I'm like, if I had a choice between a vampire or that, I'm like, shit, just throw me in the swamp.
Right. I would rather fucking be a minotaur. Why do I want to be a shitty ass like fucking vampire?
Like,
or a witch. I don't give a fuck. I'll be a witch. I'm cool with that.
And there was actually an old '80s movie that actually explored all those monsters. And I don't think any of you, the listeners, are old enough to know what this movie is, but it's called Monster Squad.
Look that up, Monster Squad.
But
I got him working hard today.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I talk too much. What is the longest podcast you've had? Anyways?
2 hours.
2 hours? How long are we going right now?
Right now we're almost there. We're at like 1.
So this is an old 80s flick. But anyways, this is just a group of kids who they basically just hunt monsters.
They hunt monsters?
Yeah, so you got everything here. You got the werewolf, you got Dracula, so you got the vampire, and then you also got, the sea monster. You got the mummy.
Oh, yeah, the mummy.
And you got Frankenstein in there as well.
Oh shit, there he is. Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, all those guys are in it.
And it's a group of kids hunting them.
Yes, if you haven't seen this movie yet, you really should.
The Monster Squad.
And even as like an old 80s flick, the quality is still great. It doesn't feel like an old movie when you watch it. Well, I mean, looking at the kids' fashion, it'll feel old, but
all right.
But
probably the writing, the way the cinematography.
Yeah,
it doesn't stray away from the old style.
Like it's not too dated, Like if you haven't seen this, then I highly recommend you do watch it and you'll have fun watching it.
We'll check it out. We will.
I don't know if it's on Netflix because I know most people are like, "Is it on Netflix?"
We'll download it.
Yeah.
If you're not into pirating, you need to already. Jesus, who doesn't pirate?
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
Who doesn't pirate nowadays? Thank you.
Yeah.
Hardy har. Jeez. I mean,
I know. It's because it's so easy to do. So
you know what pisses me off is when bands or musicians get pissed off about pirating. It's like, dude, your music is getting into the hands of those kids.
No, I want people to pirate the shit out of our things.
Here's a gimmick that I want to do for one of our songs. It's called DLC. literally, once we write it, and even if we put a shitty recording of it, I want it to be just like, you take it. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. Just download it because that's what it is. It's there for you guys. And it's true because I'd rather people hear it than want to struggle. They're like, I don't know if I want to spend $10 to hear this guy's album. Why don't you take the album, listen to it, and then if you want anything else for $10 that I have, come get that, because obviously you liked something from my band.
I mean, you should just be heard all over the place, and then so people will ask like, "What is that? What is that?" And then they'll come to your show.
And that's the beauty of, like, I guess you could say, like the ripple effect. Once one thing happens, it just opens up new opportunities. Everywhere.
I think the only like artists that complain about pirating are like the ones that are like already established, like Metallica or something.
Remember that whole Napster thing?
Oh yeah, no.
remember
Honestly, people knock on me for not being a Metallica fan because I mean you probably are a Metallica fan.
Black Album and everything before I love. Anything after,
yeah.
So I'm not.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the Black Album was like their last best one.
And after that, it was just like, let's just see what we can put out.
Yeah, it was more like Lars Ulrich just kind of being whiny all over the place. But I honestly, where the hell was I going to here? What the hell was I talking about?
Well, we're talking about how.
Oh yeah, because they're the ones that were complaining about people downloading their shit. Because for some reason. They won't make money even though they're already like millionaires to begin with. So I'm like, it's about people just to go to your show. I mean, and like I don't know if you've been to a Metallica concert, but those tickets are.
I got lucky on why I went to a Metallica
very
concert,
expensive.
But I went to the Metallica concert that was just recently in Denver. At the fucking.
And what do you think about that one?
It was amazing. It was a good concert, but obviously the seat that my friend paid for was overpriced.
Yeah.
The location was.
And you were far away, right?
Dude. And they even canceled the show for like 30 minutes because it started raining.
Yeah.
And it was just like. And all because they wanted to play at a bigger venue. What is the new stadium that they just dropped down at in Denver?
Oh.
Is it the Mile High? The Mile High.
Well, that's where the Broncos play.
That's where
Is
it was.
that where it was? Okay.
That was there,
Yeah.
and it was just like, you guys are fucking ridiculous.
Well, they are touring again, and we actually did get tickets to that one, because I agreed. You know, whatever, I'll fucking go. And we're going to the show that they have in Lubbock, Texas. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Lubbock.
Lubbock. Okay. Anyways, but here's the thing. This concert doesn't happen until 2019.
What?
And it's in March. So it's like a year. So they're selling tickets like a year
in advance.
Yeah. And that's been going on a lot these days. Bands are just selling their tickets like way far back now. You know, like
if they're big enough established.
Yeah. I don't know why or how that benefits. I guess it gets more people time to buy a ticket to the show, maybe? I don't know. And plus they're very expensive. I mean, we paid like $160 a pop, I think, for those tickets.
General admission.
And yeah, well, it's not even general admission.
No,
they're seats.
What?
And like they're like in the back.
Damn.
General admission to Metallica concert is at least $300. And and I was just trying to get tickets to Ozzy because he's coming back here.
Yeah, the No More Tours tour too.
Yeah, two. I mean, I already watched them last year with Black Sabbath because I thought that was the last one.
Yeah, I'm done, guys.
Yeah.
Sharon!
Yeah, here I'm back. I mean, I guess the only perk here is that he has Zakk Wylde with him.
That's pretty cool. He's always been a good guitarist for him, though.
Yeah. No, Zakk Wylde is he's way awesome. But anyways, if you were to try to get front row tickets to that show, you're spending over $1,000
just for Ozzy.
Just for Ozzy, because I saw tickets that were like in the second or third row, and those were already like $900 plus.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm the ones I'm looking at is like in the back, and they're already over $100. So that's a problem to me. Why? I don't know why tickets have gotten so expensive, but I don't know.
Not only that,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if those seats are still made available, they'll become more expensive throughout time. Like, 3 days before the show, we actually do have some general admission tickets still left. Bam, we're selling them for $1,200.
Yeah. I'm not going to pay that much for. I mean, I like Ozzy, but not that much.
It feels like he's already done. No offense.
What do you mean? I mean, he was already done. Like, he was done like 10 years ago.
Ozzy's. I love Ozzy. I've
Yeah.
always loved his music, but I think he's done. He should have just stopped. He should just focus on something else. He should be producing other musicians or something. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what he does, but
Probably.
but way more intense where actually he has a label under his name, like,
But is it just me, or did Ozzy seem less cool after that show?
I thought he
The
was cooler.
Osbournes.
I thought he was a little cooler.
I don't know. I think he felt less cool after that show.
Unfortunately, I think because of Ozzy and those idiot fucking reality stars, that's what started the rise of fucking stupid YouTube vloggers. Let me just portray my life all day and let's see what people think.
You might be right, actually.
And now look at how fucking huge vlogging is. And it's just, all I see when I see somebody vlog, a professional vlogger, somebody who has like an established cameraman and shit, all I see is a reality TV show. That's all I see. And it blows my mind away because like all this fucking dude is going to go to Gucci Mane to go buy some stupid fucking clothes. Why are you donating to this guy? Why are you guys commenting? I can't believe you just bought that. Shout out to Trevor503. I'm just like, why? Do you feel our youth or we're getting dumber, or is it just something that is happening with what people think is cool?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, our perspective of cool is just changing, So I mean, then again, I mean, shit, I'm doing YouTube shows.
But that's different.
Yeah.
Again, we try to make content. Like, this is a podcast show. This is a talk show with interviews, statistics. We're trying to find out more about you. We're getting funny banter. This is a comedy show. We're doing a bunch of stuff. We're trying to get an audience on that. I'm not going out there showing people that I just bought something at McDonald's or, bam, check out this new fucking pair of pants that I bought for whatever reason. That's from Rue 21. I have to show you guys that. I don't see the content in that.
I do want to ask you something. What do you think of the show my brothers do?
Wow.
I mean, are they listening?
I don't know. If they are, I really don't care. Like, if they're listening, that gives me more satisfaction that I'm doing something that they like or they want to. They're like, maybe if it's whatever publicity I'm getting from them, that's good.
Does your crowd know who they are?
There's some do. There's some
Okay.
do. Not a lot, but a good amount. What I like about your brother's show is that it's consistent of one thing. If he stuck to one thing, he doesn't stick to one thing. So if his show was an established cosplay YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure he would be way more fucking popular than he is now. But he's the kind of person who thinks like, I just saw something on YouTube that was trending. Why don't we try it?
Yeah, I know. I did notice that.
And it's like, why? Like, you have an established thing. Like, if you go through all his videos, you can see the stuff that really pops. Why don't you stick with that content for that channel? Because obviously those people want to keep coming back to see that. But when you post up something about like, oh, let's do an eating challenge, that's why only 75 people saw that
Like,
video.
who the fuck cares?
75 people didn't.
75? Wow, that's embarrassing.
That's just me blowing smoke, but that's an example. It's like, why would that content be better than this content just because somebody else did it and you think it's amazing? So I don't like the fact that they do that. That they don't have super geeky nerdy show.
Yeah.
I get the aspect of that, but it strays away from so many aspects. Like, food tasting is not. There's nothing super, there's nothing geeky, and there's nothing nerdy about food tasting.
See, I don't even know what the hell they're doing, to be honest.
They have so much. Like, go to the YouTube channel, and just scroll through them. Like, it's bad.
Okay.
Through
Yeah, just post it up in their videos and just go through it.
who?
Super geeky nerd show.
I like that wallpaper.
I know, right? The transition of it. I've always liked to have that too, is because like if I ever have a guest that I don't know what we're talking about, and they look at the TV, and then just be like something to bring up all the way to the top.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I could talk about Breaking Bad all day too. But...
Dude, tell me about it, man. Dude, we should do just a podcast of straight Breaking Bad talk.
Or Breaking Bad into Better Call Saul as well. Okay.
Because I feel like they're gonna transition into that, like.
Oh no, they will.
No, but like they have to bring more like. Oh man, I want to see fucking. Well, obviously I already saw fucking Tuco Salamanca and fucking.
See, like I never followed what they were doing. So
Go up to the top.
I don't know exactly what they were.
Go to their channel.
What their stuff is about.
Yeah, Super Geeky Nerd Show. Don't get me wrong. Look at that, 1,000 subscribers. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Go
good
to the
amount.
videos.
I mean,
okay,
quality's pretty good.
Don't get me wrong. Look at where the content is that's good. Comic-Con music video 2018.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies there.
It's not what should be on this channel. Why would they have a Comic-Con preview that? Well, no, I guess I'm giving them.
Did I just see gun control? Go up.
Oh no, they're doing their own podcast now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
About gun control?
No, they're having. Okay, so see how we're having conversation and different topics came up. They highlight the topics that they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they have a podcast show now too.
I'm like, don't be talking about gun control, man.
Well, who knows? What if they said something that was stupid? I mean, you never go to the video podcast and look at how long their podcast was. No offense. I mean, obviously they need more work on it.
An hour?
Maybe they're doing good. I don't know. I really don't know. That's one of their hosts. And there's the other one. He was on the podcast.
Billy Banks?
Everett. You know who Everett is?
Yeah.
He always goes there to do photo shoots with his girlfriend. Well, actually, you guys don't live together no more, right?
No. We've moved our separate ways.
Go ahead and give some volume on there. Give him some volume.
Billy, you are like one of the only male cosplayers here in New Mexico.
Not true.
That's what I like to tell people.
Totally not true.
Because when I think of male cosplayers, I think of you, Jesse James, and like Khalil.
See?
Those are like the only three people.
I haven't done any cosplay either. Angel hasn't done any cosplay either. I'm sorry, we're not famous. Like,
we're all friends too.
Yeah.
Oh, I had this like.
See, this is just me gonna roast this whole fucking podcast now.
Let's talk about how we first met.
Don't even.
Do you remember how we first met?
Just stop it here.
It already started off bad there.
But see, that's what I don't like is like they're taking somebody else's like they're like, oh, podcasts are really popular now. Let's do that, and then.
The show was very opinionated too. Like it's kind of like what their opinion on something, and like they just kind of try to talk about why their opinion mattered more than yours.
I can see that too.
Yeah.
I totally can see that.
Yeah.
Because they
I know them too well.
remember. I don't know if you remember this, but they had photo shoots with different cosplayers, and then what they would do a behind the scenes thing, and they would interview them. Anyways, some of the questions I felt were just so bland, and it felt like you're subjugating to that one person. You're just like, so what is it like being a woman cosplayer? It's like, whoa, first of all, you're already generalizing in a bad way.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't want to say it's because how old they are, but they don't see it as like millennials. That, which is sad to say, but they just don't.
One of the commenters just said our next podcast should just be a roast of their podcast.
See, people want to hear.
Is there a lot of comments, or
How many people are on right now?
Right, it used to be two to three,
Yeah.
but now it's only just one guy.
One guy's
Okay.
listening right now. But what happens is they come in and out through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes we boom. Unfortunately, when I have a female on that guest, it gets a little bit more.
oh yeah, no, I that totally makes sense.
But that's no
Yeah.
fair though, because like obviously we have we're having good commentary. We're talking about actually good subjects, and it's just not like, hey man, I mean, look at my guest over here.
Yeah.
So
Maybe you need to have more hot girls here or something.
we'll see what happens. Maybe if you can, I don't know if she's available. You can ask your guest.
Kim?
Yeah, do a podcast with us.
Oh yeah, she'd love to.
Yeah, let her know.
I'll bring up. Actually, I see her tomorrow. I'll talk to her tomorrow.
Bring it up. After we're done with this
Yeah.
video, be uploaded to YouTube. You can show her the format, what we're
Yeah.
gonna do and stuff. And yeah, dude, because I mean, when we're done here, I'll show you the guest list, because I still have guests all this month and going into next month. So the more I book, the better I'm off.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like these hours would probably be good for her too, like weekends.
Yeah, weekends are perfect.
Because we have the same schedule.
So
you're also like on an 8 to 5 type of schedule, right?
yeah, 11 to 8, but it's that same kind of
Yeah,
format.
yeah.
It's the same Monday through Friday, weekends off, kind of
Okay.
average Joe kind of thing.
Oh wow. Okay.
Dude, we've been talking for quite a while.
Yeah, I know. There's
I'm-
there's more, but I don't want to drag it on too late.
We will. You have to come back.
Yeah, I'll come back. I mean, unfortunately, I do have like some more filming to do tonight.
No, obviously we'll.
It is St. Patrick's Day, and I'm supposed to film this band that's playing at Sidelines.
Okay.
Um,
No, but let me get some more guests under my belt, get some more
Yeah.
established stuff going, and we'll have you back on, man.
yeah, I'll talk to Kim tomorrow too.
Yeah, let her
She
know.
wants
I'll
to do it.
once you message me, I can send you a schedule. We can do something with that.
And you can get a lot of content out of her too.
There you go. See, because she's a pretty funny person. I've seen some of her videos with you on Super Geeky Nerdy Show, or with Two Geeks One Show. She
Yeah.
talks a lot, so
She does.
that's what we need. We need somebody to talk. I actually do want. You know who's going to be on here is Chris Gamma.
Oh, really?
I'm going to get Chris Gamma on here February 2nd. He's going to be on here, or the 1st. No, February 1st. He's going to be on here.
You say his last name Gamma?
Gamma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Gamma, but
I don't know. He's an
Yeah.
established photographer, so I'm pretty
I've
sure
also
he
known
wants
that
some
guy
work.
a very long time. Man.
That's crazy too. The fact.
Yeah, they were friends since they were probably since mid school, man.
Really?
And you know how old my bros are.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they've
they're-
known each other for a while.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think they've been.
And he kind of is like the ultimate nerd.
Really?
Yeah.
He does know a lot. Like, oh, my
dude,
god.
I mean, he's.
Picking at his brain's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get a lot of shit out of him.
So that should be fun. He's gonna be on February 1st. If you guys make sure to cue
February
that.
1st?
April 1st.
Oh, okay. I'm like, huh?
I get those dates confused. I actually started this podcast January 1st.
Yeah.
The first day of fucking the new year. So I was like, every guest is February to me now.
Yeah.
But
That is Easter, by the way, and that's also April Fool's.
there you go. So that's.
It's two holidays that day.
I don't want to
Yeah.
kind of reveal too much. I'll let you know after the podcast.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be good.
Oh no,
We have one more segment before we're gonna close this podcast. Are you ready for this?
sure.
This is called Rapid Fire. This is a cool little segment that I came up with. What
Okay.
I am going to do is I am going to give you, I am going to say 25 words. Once I say the word, I want you to say the first thing that pops into your head. Don't give me this little, I literally want the first thing that pops in your head.
No, the first thing that sticks out to me.
The first thing, because I'm going to give you the word,
Uh-huh.
and then you give me the first word or phrase that you think of when you hear that word.
Okay.
25, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Mhm.
I'm going to get the cue on. Yeah, this is rapid fire, people.
I don't know if I'll play it right, but here we go.
I actually need to memorize this list
Okay.
because I haven't memorized it yet, but that's my new goal. My new goal is to memorize this list. Angel. Christian, my podcast before you, he's like, "Oh, did you even memorize that?" Now I have a new goal for this podcast. All right, rapid fire, guys. Here we go. 25 words. Are you ready?
Go.
Pizza. And you have to say the first thing that pops in your head when I say that word.
I was gonna say delivery, but
That's perfect.
okay.
So again, just that was a warm up.
Okay.
But you don't have any. You have less than 2 seconds to say something really, really quick. Okay. Island.
I have nothing for that one. That's weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
These are rapid. We have to go through them fast.
Go ahead. Go.
So if you can't think of anything, just
Okay.
try.
Okay.
You got this. Ready?
Mhm.
Music.
New metal.
Cartoon.
Fuck. Network.
Black.
White.
Trippy.
Stoned.
Fast.
Slow.
Animal.
Lion.
Spicy.
Hot.
Maze.
Nothing for that one.
Army.
Darkness.
Drugs.
Cocaine.
Air.
Max.
Pendulum.
Swing.
Native American.
Oh shit. Reservation.
Scar.
Less.
School.
Boy.
Magic.
The Gathering.
Computer.
Nerd.
Superhero.
Superman.
Comedy.
Show.
Bleach.
Anime.
Fame.
Fortune.
Ham water.
I don't know what the hell a ham water is. I was gonna say spam, but it sounds like
Amuse me.
nothing for that one, man. I can't. That's a weird one. I can't think for that one.
Thank you guys. That was rapid fire, man. How'd you feel? Okay.
I felt nervous in that one, to be honest.
I was like, what is going on here? So everybody that's been on the guest for season 2
Yeah.
has done this list.
And have they said the same thing?
Exactly the same thing. No, they didn't say the same. I said the same word.
Yeah.
But whatever they said is going to be compiled in a video at the end of this season, known as a rapid fire compilation. So everyone could hear their answers right after each other, back to back. So, and it'll be in the format of like music, and everyone will give their answer to music. And
I
then-
see what you're doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see it.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be because for season 1 of the podcast, I had everyone eat a grasshopper at the end, but it was an edible one.
I don't give a fuck if it was edible. I'm not.
It was a dry. It was
Like it was an actual grasshopper.
yeah,
Right?
dehydrated.
Why would you do that?
Because it was the spectacle. Like, wouldn't you want to go see all of first season? At the end of the show, we ate a grasshopper, kind of like we did this, but instead of this, we ate a grasshopper.
I'd be a bit angry if you made me do that.
It wasn't that bad. One of them was plain, and the other one was chili con lime, so it wasn't bad.
Oh man.
Think of eating hay. That's all it tasted like to me.
Oh, I don't even want to think of eating hay. That's awful though. Where do you find a grasshopper?
Talon Market?
They sell them like
Yeah. Dehydrated.
like
Edible.
they're for
First,
people.
yeah.
Oh wow. Like they're not for pets.
Nope.
Because I know you can buy them for your pets.
No, these
Yeah.
ones are actual edible for humans.
Wow.
Anyways, that was a great podcast, man. Dude,
Yeah.
thank you for coming. You got to come back again.
It was long.
Dude, that's the point. That's
Yeah.
what we do. Dude, I learned so much about you, man. I learned so much. Go ahead and cue that music. You can take it off if you want. We're just cueing music. We're just giving everyone's going crazy. Thank you for tuning in. We'll have somebody else on the podcast here soon. Stay tuned for more later on, guys.